Welcome guys, this is Ola from Stop Meow channel and I am back with a Life is Strange update. Now I have to apologize first. I was meant to record that video like 2 or 3 weeks ago when all the fuss was happening and everything about that was sort of up to date. Now I am not certain it interests you, but I'm still going to record that video and give you guys an update on what's been up with Life is Strange franchise. Now the reason I wasn't able to record that video any sooner was that I actually had to go to the hospital and had like this well-scheduled procedure. Well, it was meant to be a routine one, but then it sort of got complicated. Basically, they screwed something up. It was exhausting. I'm still kind of weak. I might record a separate video or a podcast about that because I don't want to bore you with that. You're here for Life is Strange and so am I. First of all, I gotta say that Titan, this company, announced a Life is Strange comic book. They said that it would be released by the end of this year, and they revealed this short announcement about it. They said that they're working with Square Enix on that, and that it's sort of like meant to follow up one of the game's endings. Now, as you know, Life is Strange has 2 endings, Save Chloe or Save Arcadia Bay. It's still 50-50 if you check the final choice, the final results, the percentage of the game. Community is still divided on that. I made a video about why I think that saving Chloe is the right choice, but obviously you may not agree with me. I'm not always right, except that I am right, save Chloe. Have a look at that. Titan Comics gets stranger with Life is Strange miniseries. Titan Comics and Square Enix are thrilled to announce the all-new comic book series set in the world of the critically acclaimed, award-winning, highly successful video game series Life is Strange. Launching with a 4-part miniseries in 2018, Titan Comics' Life is Strange returns readers to the setting of Arcadia Bay, offering fans the opportunity to dive back into the story of its beloved characters. Not one character, characters. Now, as we know, pretty much the only beloved character left after a certain ending is Max, or Max and Chloe, depending on your choice. The thing is that comic book, it was made available on Amazon, you know, with the release date, price, and some details that many believe were not meant to be seen by public just yet. Thankfully, we saved the details, because later on they changed it. So now we know what they said, and we know what they're saying right now. If you have a look, it basically says, a thrilling, time-twisting game changer, an unexpected emotional rollercoaster ride, a brand new comics story in the beloved Life is Strange universe, following Max and Chloe into a bold potential future. Max and Chloe into the bold potential future. Now, unless they're being very dark about it and they mean like Max and dead Chloe, it kinda seems like Chloe will be there in that comic book. Now, what about people who chose to sacrifice Chloe? It just seemed like the comic book is going to follow up on one of the endings. Now have a look further. Following on from one of the 2 possible endings of the game, Life is Strange Dust takes the saga of Max and Chloe into a new and uncertain future in an all-new comic strip adventure. No matter which ending you chose, this deep dive into Max and Chloe's potential future will thrill, shock, and surprise you all over again. You thought Max and Chloe's story was over. Their trials are only beginning. And in the end, Dust will be all that remains. It's kind of funny because it says, no matter which ending you chose, it's like, we're making you pick the Save Chloe ending. Well, unless they mean something else, unless they mean some sort of a time manipulation, we know that it's possible, unless they mean they're sort of going to change the turn of events. It's all possible. I mean, it's a time travel based story, so there's so many possibilities. As long as they're reasonable, we're all willing to be on board. The thing is, some people, part of the fandom, did not really like it. Did not really like being put on a spot. Like, you know what, we're going to make you pick Save Chloe. We don't care that you were traumatized for 2 years after sacrificing her. Now she's back and she's alive. Well, obviously this doesn't really concern me because I saved Chloe, but I could understand why people would be sort of pissed. The very same part of fandom did not really like Before the Storm either. They often mention that it's milking a cow, and that comic book, following up the popular ending, would also mean that they're still trying to milk the franchise. Now, I sort of understand that point of view as well, except that personally I don't really mind. I'm alright with having more of Max and Chloe in my life. The thing is, after that backlash, after fans screaming that they don't really like being put on a spot like that, the description was changed. Now the question is, was that a leak? Was it meant to be like that? Was it an accident? Or maybe it was a misinterpretation? As I said before, following up of one of the endings doesn't necessarily mean that Chloe was saved. Maybe they sort of figured it out in some other way. If you have a look at the description as it is right now, because it's still there. First of all, the date moved, so it's no longer end of 2018. Right now it's early 2019, March, I believe. And it only says that we're returning to the setting of Arcadia Bay, offering fans the opportunity to dive back into the story of its beloved characters. So that's pretty much it. Like, that's nothing. Like, it literally doesn't say anything at all. Now, I found an interesting opinion on Tumblr. The name of the Tumblr was Destiny Smasher. First of all, someone noticed that I do not know whether I'm glad or disappointed, but all the information about Life is Strange comics has been removed from the Amazon website. Change the description of the comic. There is nothing about the continuation of the story of Max and Chloe. The description was replaced by what was in the announcement of the account of Titan Comics on Tumblr, and the release date for March 19th, 2019 is also changed. Now this is what the person actually said on their Tumblr. Must have been a leak. And when Tommy and the Square folks found out about the bad press it was generating and the way a lot of fans were not happy to hear that one ending was becoming canon, they had it taken down. That's my take. Personally, I think the leak was true, but I also think some articles were oversimplifying one ending becoming canon. I suspect whatever the comics do will be more complicated than that, likely something similar to what I did with All Wounds, which ties both endings together somehow, or they'll do two different comics following each ending. Now this is pretty much what I said. I don't think it's as easy as starting off in that car when Max and Chloe are leaving Arcadia Bay after sacrificing the town. I don't think it would be that simple. I don't think they used the right words to express themselves. And people oversimplified it, people picked it up because, you know, the question which ending was the true one will always be there. If they follow up on that ending, if they follow up on Saving Chloe ending, I don't think it still means that that's the canon ending. I don't think that any ending is canon. I mean, I strongly believe that Saving Chloe is the right choice for reasons that I mentioned in another video. I just don't think that having Square Enix work on that comic book partially means that it's canon. If you have a look at any franchise, there's always so many products around it, like Star Wars. You have so many comic books and you wouldn't expect a movie to treat some comic book that 3 people bought as canon and mention events that happened in that comic book. Sometimes it's not as simple. I know that Life is Strange franchise is not as big, so if they do it, people will sort of treat it as canon. But like, some people don't even treat Before the Storm as canon. Personally, I don't like the word. I'm really done with obsessing over what's canon and what's not. I just enjoy what I enjoy, whatever that would be. And obviously, if they want to follow up on one of the endings, this is the only one that would be interesting. Like, you don't really want to see what happened to Max after she sort of sacrificed Chloe. That's pretty much obvious that she was depressed, and I wouldn't be interested in seeing that. I am interested in seeing more of Max and Chloe. The thing is, I don't know what to think of that comic book. I don't really know how to treat that comic book because, well, as much as I love to see more of Max, more of Chloe, still more of Rachel. Please, anyone? I would prefer to see it the way I saw it initially, in a game universe, not in a comic book. I'll give you a good example. X-Files. It was meant to be finished, and they did season, I think, 11 as a comic book that was part of the official franchise. And then they picked up the show again. So they sort of ignored everything that happened in these comics and they redid it as a TV show. So if you have that comic book and one day they somehow decide to continue the story of Max and Chloe, that comic book wouldn't really matter as much. The game would matter. So regardless of what happened, if it was a leak, if they freaked out that people did not like it, I guess we'll find out in less than a year. Another minor Life is Strange update. There's a E3 Expo convention coming in Los Angeles around 10th of June. And there's a Square Enix showcase. Save the date, Monday, June 11th. That's a live stream, 7 PM for Europe. I don't know if it's going to be actually what a lot of us hope it is. So Life is Strange 2 announcement or trailer. And I will react to that as soon as possible if it's anything Life is Strange related, obviously. I mean, this could be something else. They are busy with Vampire at the moment. But maybe. I'm sort of hoping that they will announce Life is Strange 2. We still don't know anything at all. And we know that they've been working on it for quite some time right now. At least a year, at least. I think they started working on it while still working on the first game. Give us anything. Recently someone messaged Don't Nod on Facebook, as we all did at some point. Here's what they said. Hello, I was wondering if there's an estimate on the release date for the new Life is Strange game. Thanks. The release date hasn't been announced yet, but probably in 2018. So fingers crossed for that. Also, people have been posting that schedule, apparently for E3 convention. And if you have a look at that schedule, there's a Life is Strange Storm's Calling reveal trailer. Now, I don't know if that's true. Honestly, it seems like a fake. And so many people claim that it's a fake. But I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? That's pretty much it when it comes to Life is Strange update. As soon as I recover, I will post more videos, definitely more Life is Strange videos. I know that these are your favorite type, and don't worry, I will never stop posting these. Remember to leave a like for a poor sick me. And subscribe if you haven't already for more Life is Strange updates and other gaming videos. Thank you for watching. This was Ola from Stop Me O channel. Bye guys.